everybody, welcome back to another episode of After the License, the podcast where we help real estate agents build their business. I'm your host, Jeff Buettner. As always, if you're listening to the podcast, make sure you check out our YouTube channel. We have YouTube specific training and some goodies in that YouTube description for you. Today, let's talk about working a farm area, or in real estate, it's also called farming. So if you're brand new to real estate, you maybe have heard this term farm area. You might have heard the term farming. And it sounds unique, it sounds interesting, and it is a great lead generation source if you have a long-term mindset. So what is working a farm area? Working a farm area in real estate is when you pick a community, a small section in your town. Usually it's between maybe 500 and 1,000 homes. And if you have a smaller community, less than 500, that might be okay, but it's really just kind of a smaller chunk of homes. So not an entire city, not an entire zip code. And it's an area that you consistently work and you consistently drip on. And they call it working a farm area because it's kind of, you're planting the seeds and then you're going out there each and every month and you're watering those leads, right? You're watering those seeds of your potential business. And if you do it long enough and you do it consistently enough, you can actually generate some leads from it. So working a farm area is a really great way to generate leads in a particular neighborhood, subdivision, area of town that you want to work in. Typically, working a farm area involves a couple different types of marketing. Traditionally, it's been done with postcards and door hangers. If you live in a particular area, you might see some of those real estate related postcards or door hangers from the same folks. That means you're in their farm area. It's also been done with door knocking. So I knew a guy in one of my previous real estate offices, and all he did was walk around the neighborhood he lived in, and he would door knock. He would walk with his dog and he would have some door hangers and he would walk and he would knock on doors and talk to neighbors. And if they didn't answer, he would hang a door hanger. So it's typically done with postcards, door hangers, door knocking. Now in 2021, you can see it more with some digital advertising. So maybe you do Facebook ads to a particular, part of town or a particular part of the city. You might do some different type of mailers. You might do YouTube videos around that particular area. But working a farm area is finding a way to touch those 500 homes, 1,000 homes consistently over the long term. And what makes working a farm area really powerful is after a while, once things start to pop, it really starts to compound on itself. So let's talk through a scenario. Let's say you start working a farm area and you start sending postcards out. And after 6 months, someone calls you and they want you to list their home. Now, everyone in that neighborhood not only is getting your postcards, but they actually see your sign in the yard. And then when it closes, you put that sold sign on there, and now they see you've actually sold that home. And now you can reach back out to those same people in that same neighborhood and say, hey, I just sold Tommy's house for X number of dollars. Is that something you might be interested in? And now Tommy's telling his friends or his neighbors, and those people are already seeing your postcards. And now that word starts to spread. And that kind of like a snowball effect for your business. And so when you do these things consistently, and then a few listings start to pop, or you start to represent a few buyers in that area and the neighbors talk, you can really have a compounding effect with your marketing. And the bonus is it's in an area that you want to target. It's in an area that you want to work. So often in real estate, we just work whatever deal pops up, whether that's an hour drive away or 2 hours drive away or right next door to our house. If we can pick a desired area that's close to us, that we know well, that we want to work, it's in a price range we feel comfortable with, and we can start to generate business there, it can become really, really powerful for your business. So in the next video, in the next 2 videos or 2 podcast episodes, we're going to talk about some other ways you can market to a farm area. We're also going to talk about how much time and what the math behind working in that farm area is. So stay tuned for those. We'll put links in the description as well once they get released. But just know that if you're new, working a farm area is a different way to actually generate business. It's different from your database. It's different from your sphere of influence. It's different from generating internet leads. It's taking a geographic approach and saying, I want to work with people in this neighborhood. I want to have listings in this neighborhood. I want to dominate this neighborhood. And if you're strategic about it and you do it with a long-term, consistent mindset, you can have some great results from it. Okay, drop in the comment section if you're watching on YouTube. Have you worked a farm area? Do you have success with it? Do you use postcards? Do you use door hangers? Let's touch on some of the best ways to work a farm area in the comment section, and we'll catch you guys next time.